that you go into the wrong lane and you go into the wrong direction. And sometimes change is just that simple. Stand on that potter's wheel. Change is sometimes that simple. But change is necessary, because with change comes healing. Because what is healing? Healing is dying to self and becoming a new creature. That's all healing is. Dying to oneself, or dying to one's desire, that very desire that killed you or hurt you or put you in diseased state, so one can be reborn again. That's what healing is. That's all healing is, to die to oneself, to be reborn again, on a spiritual tip and on a cellular tip. And so that's with me being here in Africa, and I appreciate the experience so much, because I've learned so much about myself. You see what I'm saying? And based upon the culture. See, the problem with a lot of us so-called African Americans in America is we have no culture. We have nothing to glean upon to know how to live. And we're constantly playing, excuse me, y'all, late here. We're constantly playing catch up. We're constantly playing, trying to figure it out. And so we sitting here trying to put the pieces together, not doing the very necessary thing of healing, so we can soberly start making decisions. And we keep making the same decision over and over and over and over again. I'll give you an example. We've been marching since the 1940s. Has anything improved for the black community? No, it has not. Nothing has improved for the black community. Nothing. If anything has progressed, what has progressed is violence. If anything has progressed, what has progressed is depression, suppression, and oppression. If anything has progressed in the black community, it has been the destruction of the black family. If anything has progressed in the black community, is more division and individuality. That is the only thing that has progressed when it comes to the black families of the earth in our communities. Is a negative, violent, dark side of us. That has progressed. But when it comes to positivity, when it comes to autonomy, when it comes to economy, when it comes to liberation, when it comes to true positive upliftment, we have not improved as a people. We are actually worse. We are actually worse than our ancestors who was marching in the 1940s and 50s, because at least those ancestors not only knew who their enemy was, but they were more structured as a family. And am I blaming everything on the black families? No, I'm not. Because there was programs and there was diabolical plots against you to break up the family. So no, I'm not putting everything on the black community, but I will put on the black community. Once you realize the problem and you don't fix it, then yes, you are the problem. Then absolutely yes, you are the problem at that point. If you realize this situation and issue and then you don't step up to fix it, at that point, yes, you are the problem. For my black men out here who not stepping up and doing much for their community, you just sitting back and watching, especially for men 40 and up, yes, you are part of the problem. You are part of the problem. Absolutely. Because as a people, we are degeneratively dying at a high rate. We are. Now, of course, we ain't gonna never fully die off, because we don't die, we multiply. That's a fact. But the fact remains this: we're not doing the necessary changes so that we can necessarily heal. I've been using this example for the last 3 weeks of folks. You can't sit here and clean the porch or sit there and go mow the lawn if the inside of your house is not clean. You can't do it. You cannot go outside and start cleaning the yard or your porch if your house is not in the inside clean. When is the black community gonna figure that out? We want everybody to love us. We want everybody to care for us. We want everybody else outside our race to liberate us. We want everybody to give us reparations. But when are we going to do something as a collective for our damn self? When? Because as long as we continue to be on the titty of America, as long as we continue to be on crutches and need the assistance of all people outside of us, we're going to remain in this situation. We're going to remain in this situation. Period. So change is necessary and healing is necessary. Am I saying to go full out war? Nope. Because we ain't even ready for that. And they'll totally annihilate us if we definitely try to go to war right now. But what I'm saying is to study your enemy, look at your enemy, and see how they infiltrated us. I'll give you one example. The first infiltration was of the black family, and they came and destroyed that. So now what should we do to reinstitute that which once was? We have to reinstate and refix and reheal the family. Get that on board. Men have to love women again. Women have to love men again. We have to raise our children up to respect their elders, right? Teach them the ancient ways of our people. Show them the true education of how we used to teach our people. Teaching our children outside in nature. Giving them the right food to eat for true growth and health. Giving them true brain food that's going to actually elevate their spirit and teach their children to be loyal to their people and raise their people, protect their people, and love their people. And I'm not saying you can't love anybody else, but what I'm saying is we got to stop trying to tell us to love everybody else, and at least first teach our children to love their own people first. We got to at least teach our children that. We so big on integration. We so big on everybody's the same person. No, then why ain't nobody else acting like that except black people? Why nobody else is acting like that? Let me love everybody else the same except black people. The Jewish, they love their people first. And yeah, they probably do love other people, but they love their people first. The Chinese, the Korean, they love their people first. The Caucasian, although they can't even stand their own people, they love their people first. The Australians love their people first. I would say the natural African, but I'm over here. That's not even the case. We have been destroyed on a global and international level, y'all. And we are destroyed mainly for a lack of information, a lack of knowledge.